So welcome everyone to this 10-minute training about leading a business while managing depression. I'm Irena Anggreni and I have a question. Isn't it tough? Being a business means being a leader in an unknown path. You make critical decisions every day that involves other people, and you may face overwhelm. Even at your best, there's bound to be something that doesn't work out. And if your mental health suffers, things could really unravel into survival mode. I know that pain. So 4 years ago, I was just starting out as a business owner. Not only was I super stressed out, I was beating myself up too. So some weeks I felt almost okay, but then something didn't work out, a project fell through, and I was devastated over and over again. My business and my health were at risk, and I was afraid my depression would come back. So how did I manage my depressive emotions and uplift my self-talk and be confident in my business? Well, it came down to the practices from mindfulness and dance movement therapy, which has helped me to reconnect my body and my mind. I'm Irena Anggreni, mental wellness coach and body-mind psychotherapist. Personally, I have lived experience of clinical depression, and it has led me to a life and career makeover. I had a brief career in software development and a doctor's degree in design engineering when I retrained to become a dance movement therapist. And driven by my own struggle to get the right support, eventually I started my coaching business. And since then, I've helped hundreds of professionals to understand their own mind and emotions and also their personal journey in self-growth in a body-oriented way. I'm proud that my clients take charge in their life, both personal and professional, and they move from feeling stuck, invisible, and depressed to confident, growing, and daring. And they are excited about the future. So, are you ready to see how this works in action? I will share a story about Emma. So my client Emma is a transformational coach, and she's also a leader in her community of women entrepreneurs. She had been struggling with emotional roller coaster. She is smart and high functioning, but inside struggled with despair, hopeless feelings, and depressive feelings. And it had been affecting her physical health too, with autoimmune disease that had been going on since her youth. At the root of this struggle is buried emotions of shame and anger and unresolved trauma. Emma was in near constant survival mode, and this despite knowing intellectually what she needs for healing. And then she started working with me in a creative, embodied way. So we started with observing the breath. This simple step allowed her to arrive in the here and the now, and to stop running in her mind and to be in her body. As a leader and a coach, Emma served her clients by listening and supporting them. The negative self-talk when she's down and depressed was demotivating and limiting her capacity. And it was no longer working for her to suppress those emotions and keep pushing through. What she needed was to start listening to herself. So even though being still and observing the breath was unpleasant at first, she learned that this is how she can start to feel. And feelings are feedback from her body and mind, and they are key to understanding her deeper needs and to resolving her survival mode. And it's really about being present with her body as an anchor. So what happened next? Emma gradually felt centered, collected, like she had solid ground under her. She was more in control of her emotions, and she got her negative self-talk out of the way and become more confident. Her autoimmune disease also calmed down, and she finally faced shame and anger from her trauma, and that helped her break through her fear of being visible in her business. She knew healing and growing a business is an ongoing journey, and the ups and downs are always there, but even when things are tough, you must still feel empowered and supported and invincible. So what would an outcome like that mean for you? Are you thinking, okay, sounds good, sign me up? Or are you thinking, hold on, observing the breath or feeling the body, doesn't it sound like magic woo-woo? Do you think, okay, that might work for some gullible people, but not enough for me? How on earth can this help me? So where do you fall on the list? So I admit, yeah, I have felt all of those. Yeah, remember, I used to be a nerdy engineer, so a lot in my head. You might even have tried this and nothing really changed for you. I remember the first time I was taught to observe my breathing, I was mad. I didn't see any point how it could help me. Seemed like a total waste of time. Well, here's the thing. When it doesn't work, it's often because people fall trapped to the pitfalls. And I will share 3 common ones so you know how to navigate things better. Because friends, mindfulness and dance movement therapy are evidence-based and they are proven effective in mental health treatment. And they have long-term impact on the brain structure and the brain chemistry and also on the nervous system. So it is clear, to heal and transform the mind, the mental health, we need the body. So are you ready to know the pitfalls? Yeah, okay, nice. So first, don't fall into the productivity trap. Yeah, it takes really great self-awareness to acknowledge and accept where you are. If you skip this acceptance phase and rush into fixing mode, whatever you do is not going to be sustainable because you would tend to set unrealistic goals. And then you get super frustrated when there's a setback. So I've got news. We are never done. You are never done. Yes, it gets better, and yes, it's a lifelong process as well. So give yourself a favor by developing self-kindness and compassion to yourself. At the end of this training, I have an action book that you can download to help you with this. Second, don't rely on shortcuts or quick fixes or silver bullet. Okay, I'm aware some things can solve your pain right now. But beware, some of these things are more like a crutch or a band-aid. So it's supposed to help you only as long as you need it. So in the bigger picture, what helps is all the little and big things that you do. There's no silver bullet, no ultimate blueprint or recipe. So look for holistic and long-term approach and do small but consistent steps. What this means is that you need diligence and patience before positive changes take root in your life. For that to happen, you got to take the lead and actively create your own journey. Not only in your mind, but actually taking the steps. So the third trap. Don't believe your depression lies. Whatever is saying here. So depression compromises our mind from reliable thinking. I know this firsthand. So feeling worthless or being in constant self-doubt or believing that nothing will change, that's the depression talking. And these negative thoughts keep you stuck in your head and stopping you from taking action. It can be paralyzing. So give the mind a break, get out of here, of the head, and get into your body. That's how you can outsmart depression. So being in your body gives you headspace, and it gives you more awareness of your feelings. And feelings are feedback. So this allows you to do reality check and examine your beliefs and seek other perspective. So to outsmart depression, you need your body to take the lead. So let's make this work for you. Yeah, first off, what is your biggest enemy? Is it sabotaging self-talk, or is it depressive emotion or negative thinking? What's yours? This enemy, often takes us away from ourselves. It gets you stuck in your head and not living fully. So here step 1 is to come back really to your body. Come home to your body by following your in and out breath all the way through. And use your breath as an anchor. Ask yourself, if your body could speak, what would it say? For a brief moment, do your best to not react. Simply observe your thoughts, feelings, or sensations. Be curious instead of judging. If you notice that you get carried away in your thoughts, come back to your breathing again. That's step 1. And start noticing, what are you feeling? And remember, these feelings are feedback. If it's unpleasant, it's a clear call to action. If it's pleasant, okay, it means perhaps that you're doing something right. And based on this feedback, what may you need right now? And step 3 is to take action. So I have something to support you in taking action. You can download your action book, where you will get simple and creative and fun daily exercise that you can practice anytime and anywhere. So click the link in the chat. I will see if I can put this in the chat right now. It's bit.ly, a shortened URL, bit.ly, your action book. Yeah, so if you know that you'll need support, use the link to book a complimentary Power Up Your Leadership Strategy call. And I do these calls 3 times per week and they fill up fast. So the link is in the chat right now and you can do this.